Kompetensi yang harus dicapai oleh guru P3K adalah yang pertama, memiliki pengetahuan tentang berbagai aspek kebahasaan dalam English for Public Information. 2. Menguasai English for Public Information lisan dan tulisan, reseptif dan produktif dalam segala aspek komunikatifnya, yakni linguistik, wacana, sosiolinguistik, dan strategis. Firstly, the definition of public notice. Notice is a sign in a public place giving information or instructions. It is premonition to someone. It can be command, caution, information, and prohibition. It should be easy to understand and easy to read. It is also written using simple words, brief and easy to understand. Here is the example, like stop and don't enter. The aim of notice, first to give instruction or to instruct people, artinya untuk memberikan petunjuk mengenai sesuatu kepada orang lain. The second is to give direction, untuk memberikan arahan. The third is to ask people to, untuk meminta orang supaya melakukan sesuatu misalnya. The fourth, to give it advice, to suggest, to recommend people to. Jadi untuk menganjurkan seseorang supaya melakukan sesuatu misalnya. The fifth, to remind people to, artinya untuk mengingatkan seseorang supaya melakukan sesuatu misalnya. Sixth, to warn, to give warning, untuk memberikan peringatan, misalnya memberikan akan bahaya listrik atau lantai yang basah dan sebagainya. Okay, the seventh, to ban, to forbid, to prohibit people to, artinya untuk melarang orang untuk misalnya jangan masuk, misalnya kayak tadi don't enter, stop dan sebagainya. Okay, so that's the aims of notice. The type of notice, the first one is command. It means the notice give instruction to people to do what is written. The second is caution. Caution means used to warn someone to be careful or aware of something. The third, notice prohibition. It informs people that they are forbidden to do what is written. So that's the type of notice. The first type of notice is command. Command means that the notice give instruction to people to do what is written. Here the instruction is keep the door closed. So this is the kind of command. The second types of notice is caution. Notice caution is used to warn someone to be careful or aware of something related to the caution. This is the example of the wet floor. So the people who pass the floor need to pay attention to this caution. The wet floor. It means that to be careful to pass the floor. The next type of notice is prohibition. It informs people that they are forbidden to do what is written. For example, the stop only. So the prohibition, it means that for example, like the room only for the stop only. So anyone else cannot enter that room. So the example of this prohibition sometimes in the office, in the instancy that we cannot enter. The last types of notice is warning. Warning usually refers to a message informing of a danger. So here is the example of warning. Here you can see here, warning high voltage. It means that about the electricity that the people need to avoid, because sometimes this warning in the factory, in the laboratory, or in the instance of electricity that they need to avoid, because the electricity have the high voltage. So this is the example of warning that refers to a message informing of a danger. Okay, now we go to the exercise. Let's practice. Okay, now we go to the question number 1. What is the writer's intention to write the notice? So, notice the lift is out of action due to electrical damage. Please use stairs beside the lift. We apologize for this inconvenience. What is the writer's intention to write the notice? So, apa yang penulis harapkan setelah orang-orang membaca notice ini? Jadi A, to ask people to use stairs, jadi meminta orang-orang untuk menggunakan tangga. B, to apologize for the lift's condition, untuk meminta maaf akan kondisi dari lift. C, to inform people about electrical damage, memberikan informasi kepada orang lain bahwa ada kerusakan listrik. Kemudian D, to show the stairs location, memberikan informasi atau menunjukkan lokasi dari tangga. So based on this notice, jadi di sini lift sedang tidak bisa digunakan karena ada kerusakan listrik. Please use stairs beside the lift. Jadi silakan gunakan tangga di samping lift. Kami meminta maaf atas ketidaknyamanan ini. Jadi menurut teman-teman kira-kira jawabannya apa? Okay, so the answer is A. To ask people to use stairs. Jadi meminta kepada orang-orang untuk menggunakan tangga karena lift sedang rusak. Okay, we go to the next question. Okay, still with the same question. Where do you probably read the notice? Biasanya kalian membaca notice ini di mana? Okay, A, in a store. Jadi di toko. B, in a private house. Di rumah pribadi. C, in a park area, di area taman. D, in a skyscraper. Jadi skyscraper itu adalah gedung-gedung pencakar langit ya, yang biasanya mereka memiliki lift. Kalau di store itu kayaknya belum tepat ya. Di rumah pribadi juga belum tepat. Yang C, in a park area juga tidak ada lift ya. Jadi yang paling benar adalah D, in a skyscraper. Jadi di gedung-gedung yang bertingkat dan gedung-gedung pencakar langit. Okay, we go to the next question. What does the notice mean? Okay, we can see the warning here. Jack's room, keep out. Ini adalah ruangannya Jack. Silahkan keluar. Okay, so we can read the answer. A, we are allowed to enter to Jack's room. Jadi kita diperbolehkan untuk masuk ke ruangannya si Jack. Jadi kurang tepat ya, karena di sini disampaikan keep out. Kemudian yang B, we are not allowed to enter Jack's room. Jadi kita tidak diperbolehkan untuk masuk ke ruangannya si Jack. Jadi ini benar ya, karena Jack's room keep out. Keep out itu silakan keluar. Jadi jawabannya adalah B. Kenapa bukan C atau D? Jadi kita baca ya. C, Jack welcomes us to enter to his room. Jadi Jack menyambut kita untuk masuk ke ruangannya dia. Kurang benar ya, salah. Kemudian D, Jack will be happy if we enter to his room. Jadi ini juga salah, karena Jack akan senang atau bahagia jika kita memasuki ruangannya dia. Karena berdasarkan di sini, Jack tidak mau orang-orang masuk atau dia menyuruh orang-orang untuk keluar dari ruangannya dia. Jadi jawabannya adalah B. We are not allowed to enter Jack's room. Okay, do you understand? Okay, we go to the next question. Okay, here we can see here, keep the room clean. What does the notice mean? Jadi, jagalah kebersihan ruangan. A, do not throw rubbish in the room. Jangan membuang sampah di dalam ruangan. B, don't sleep in the room. Teman-teman tahu apa sleep? Jadi, sleep itu adalah tidur. Jadi, jangan tidur di ruangan. C, do not destroy everything in the room. Jangan rusak segala sesuatu yang ada di dalam ruangan. Do not speak in the room. Okay? Do not speak in the room. Jadi jangan berbicara di dalam ruangan. Jadi yang mengacu kepada keep the room clean, itu jawabannya apa teman-teman? Oke, jadi jawabannya adalah A, karena ini merujuk kepada cleanliness, kebersihan. Do not throw rubbish in the room. Itu artinya jagalah kebersihan, jangan membuang sampah di ruangan ini. So, the answer is A. Okay, everybody, now we go to the question number 5. What will the people do after reading this notice? A. The visitor should go in the office. B. The visitor should go to the front office to inform their coming. C. The office will not accept the visitors. D. The visitors can enter the office without registration. So we can see the notice here. The content is all visitors must register at office. Jadi di dalam notice ini semua pengunjung atau tamu harus register atau mendaftar di kantor. So we can see the answers here. Yang number A. The visitor should go in the office. Jadi setiap tamu ataupun pengunjung harus pergi ke kantor. Sepertinya ini kurang tepat ya teman-teman. And the answer number B. The visitor should go to the front office to inform their coming. Jadi setiap pengunjung harus pergi ke front office untuk menginformasikan kedatangan mereka. Kayaknya ini kita simpan dulu ya. C. The office will not accept the visitors. Kantor tidak akan menerima pengunjung. D. The visitors can enter the office without registration. Jadi setiap tamu atau pengunjung harus masuk ke kantor, bisa masuk ke kantor tanpa registrasi atau mendaftar. So, what do you think about this, everybody? What is the answer? Okay, so the answer is B. The visitor should go to the front office to inform their coming. Karena berdasarkan notice ini, setiap pengunjung harus register. Kita bisa lihat di sini, should go. Jadi harus pergi ke front office untuk menginformasikan kedatangan mereka. Di situ mereka harus register. Okay, now we go to the next question. The question number 6. Where do you usually find the sign below? A. At a park. B. At home. C. At school. D. In the supermarket. Okay. Notice all pets must be on a list. Okay, kira-kira di mana teman-teman? Jadi di A, di mana biasanya kalian menemukan sign ini? Jadi A, di taman. B, di dalam rumah. C, di sekolah. D, di supermarket. Okay. What do you think about this? What is the answer? Okay, so the answer is A. Because sometimes people are jogging or exercise in the park, walking, and have recreation. So every people who go to the park, they need to on a list their pet. Because it sometimes will hurt or damage the other visitors. So the answer is A. Jadi jawabannya adalah di taman, karena biasanya ketika kita bisa lihat kan banyak orang yang jalan pagi, lari pagi dan sebagainya. Biasanya mereka membawa hewan peliharaan dan hewan-hewan tersebut harus di-cut. Jadi dipakaikan tali seperti ini ya. Jadi tidak akan merugikan orang lain. Okay? Jadi jawabannya adalah A. Okay, now we go to the question number 7. What does the sign mean? A. Poisons. B. Burn easily. C. Very dangerous. D. Very deep. We can see the picture here. It's related to the fire. So, what is the answer here? Jadi yang pertama ini racun. B. Mudah terbakar. C. Sangat berbahaya. D. Sangat dalam. Kira-kira yang mana yang mengacu pada api atau fire? Okay, everybody. What is the answer? Okay, so the answer is B, burn easily, because this is related to the fire. The picture about the fire sometimes design in the product, like in the spray, in the perfume, something like that, and because that easily burn, so if you see the sign here, it's related to B. It burn easily, mudah terbakar. Oke, bagaimana teman-teman? Do you understand? Oke.